They were stranded in the open ocean. No food, no water, no rescue, just sharks, hundreds of them. In July 1945, the USS Indianapolis was on a top-secret mission, delivering parts for the atomic bomb that would soon fall on Hiroshima. It was one of the final, crucial steps toward ending World War II. But after the mission, the ship vanished beneath the Pacific, and what followed became one of the deadliest disasters in U.S. naval history, not because of the sinking, but because of what came after. The USS Indianapolis was a heavy cruiser, a massive warship, nearly 10,000 tons, armed with anti-aircraft guns, torpedoes, and a seasoned crew of 1,196 men. After completing her secret delivery to Tinian Island, the ship began its journey across the Philippine Sea. She sailed alone, no escort, no air cover. The mission had been so secret that even her route back hadn't been fully reported. On the night of July 30th, 1945, just after midnight, the ship was struck by 2 torpedoes from the Japanese submarine Buon 58. The first hit the bow. The second exploded near the ammunition stores, ripping the ship nearly in half. The Indianapolis sank in just 12 minutes. Of the 1,196 men aboard, approximately 300 went down with the ship. The rest, about 900 sailors, were left floating in the open ocean with no lifeboats and few life jackets. Some were badly burned, others were bleeding, and they were all alone. No one knew they were missing. In the beginning, there was hope. The men expected rescue within hours, but that hope began to fade with the sun. As the first day passed, men began to suffer from dehydration. The sun beat down mercilessly. Many drank the salt water around them. That only sped up their deaths. By the second day, the hallucinations started. Some swore they saw islands just over the horizon and swam toward nothing. Others turned on each other. Fights broke out. Men drowned. And then came the sharks. The Philippine Sea is home to oceanic white-tip sharks, aggressive and territorial. The scent of blood, flesh, and oil attracted them almost immediately. Survivors described seeing dozens of fins circling at all times. The sharks struck at night, pulling injured men beneath the surface, one by one, dragging them down, tearing them apart. There was no escape. The men tried to float in groups, thinking it would make them look bigger, but it also made them bigger targets. Sailors screamed in the darkness. Men who had survived battle after battle were now being eaten alive. And still, no rescue came. You see, the Navy didn't even realize the Indianapolis was missing. The ship's failure to arrive at its destination wasn't logged. The distress call, if it had been sent, was ignored or lost in the chaos of war. The men floated in the sea for 4 days. By the 4th day, only about 300 were still alive. Many had succumbed to injuries, dehydration, exposure, or sharks. Then, by chance, a U.S. Navy patrol plane spotted an oil slick on the surface. The pilot flew closer and saw survivors waving frantically from the water. Finally, a rescue mission was launched. When the last man was pulled from the sea, only 316 had survived, out of nearly 1,200. It remains the single greatest loss of life at sea in U.S. Navy history. The aftermath led to questions, anger, and a court-martial. The ship's captain, Charles McVeigh, was blamed for the disaster. The Navy accused him of failing to zigzag, a maneuver to avoid submarines. Yet even the Japanese submarine commander testified that it wouldn't have mattered. Still, McVeigh was convicted. Years later, overwhelmed by guilt and decades of hate mail from grieving families, Captain McVeigh took his own life. It wasn't until 2000 that Congress officially exonerated him. The story of the USS Indianapolis isn't just a tragedy, it's a reminder of sacrifice, of failure, of men who were left behind, and of the ocean, which remembers everything. Thank you for listening to the Sunken Ledger. Subscribe for more true tales from the depths.